Yeah, what is up, folks? Working Title Sports Show. Disappointing weekend, D. Disappointing weekend across the board. Baseball, Orioles got fucking mollywopped by the Texas
That's your
Rangers.
team. First off, that's your
Yeah,
team. That's your
yeah.
team. And not even
Dallas,
mollywop. They went. It was like motherfucking your boy was just sitting
I
there on the
agree with
sideline.
you. Texas was more hungry than Orioles. They
Mark
just were.
Mark Scherzer was on the sideline where Seager was throwing out there was out there on the mound. He came back in the sixth inning. I think I need to sit down. No mercy.
Sweep
Yeah.
the leg.
No. If Max Scherzer with that crazy eye look shows his ring he got with the Nationals. No mercy. No mercy. It just got back out there.
Dallas got mollywopped by the 49ers, and as the title of this episode is, we are who we are.
We know who you. We know.
We know who we are.
We know
I'm glad that there were some very even-minded sports commentators outside of Skip and Shannon who were like, nah, this isn't on deck. This was the fact that the 49ers shredded that Dallas defense, and it's like you're asking Dak to pull the impossible. Romo did that for a couple of seasons for Dallas, but that was very sporadic, and you were asking a lot out of Romo those seasons to do that shit. When
basically
the defense was go ahead.
Yeah. The defense was just dog shit for Romo. What us is we're dealing with, and I know some people are gonna say this is an excuse, but what Dallas is dealing with is a beat up line, offense. Just honestly takes at least two, I would say two motherfucking series to finally get fucking going. And then on top of that, we know that we had red zone problems, so that means what all of that tells me is just offensive sputtering. I knew with that combined with the fact that we're dealing with a pretty good secondary, we're dealing with maybe the best linebacking core in the NFL, and you're dealing with probably top 5 defensive line in the NFL. What do you have? What do you think is going to have with a line that only has 3 of the good starters that are available? Yeah, still, I understand. Still, I don't like. I don't hate you. I do not hate you. You're just now on the level of Smith, Tyron, and fucking Zach Martin. Of course not. But at the same time, it's like everybody's hurt. Smith, what happened to Smith. He hops out the bed the wrong way. Nah, I ain't gonna do it, man. Why? Nah, they get man, thigh strain, man. I can't do this shit, man. Like Dallas ran into everything. They ran into everything. And look.
The sky ain't falling. This is just what it is.
We lost to the Cardinals. Embarrassing. Us losing the 49ers in a way is expected. It's expected a little bit, but it's not really like.
But I'm going to say this to 49ers nations. Y'all losing the playoffs for a third year in a row. I'm going to seriously start questioning
everything.
And this second year with Christian McCaffrey, by the way.
Everything. I will question everything. I don't want to hear, this dude got hurt, because obviously you can put a quarterback, you can put any quarterback in that system and it works. Not to take away nothing from Brock Purdy. I'm not. It just feels like you can put anybody in that thing and they're going to make it to the playoffs. Okay. So also D knows Kyle Shanahan's fucking playbook. Have fun. You fucking with the NFL. You were fucking with the NFL version of Mike D'Antoni. Okay. It has no off switch. Have fun of that. So
that's it. You get bought out the playoffs. It's gonna be like, so what happened?
Oh yeah. And I hope y'all get bopped out by somebody basic. You know what I mean? I think like and you know what? To our boy, how you doing, Duke? How you doing, man? I don't blame you for thinking this. I don't, because actually I have them as a favorite to lead the fucking if it ain't the Cowboys, I definitely have it being the 49ers. Here's the problem. Because that is our rival, we look at them like, nah, y'all was supposed to win.
Same time, don't play the Chiefs and have
You a
Perk
Commanders
Mahomes
fan? You know how it is with us.
don't play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl and have Perk Mahomes show up and fucking just
Perk Mahomes. I hate all of y'all for making that a thing now.
I said, no, I'm sorry, man. That Super Bowl last year, I was sitting there like, well, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles gonna win second half. Mahomes was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it, and I was like, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of here. Oh my god, on a lip leg, he did it.
I laugh how Mahomes has really like I feel like last year's Super Bowl should never fucking happen that way. Just Philly turned. I told everybody Philly was a pumpkin. It was going to turn into a pumpkin midway in that game, and I was right. They were close. I won't give it up that they were close, but come on, man. You know, I feel as though that the 49ers have everything to. I mean, they should win the Super Bowl. They should be the big dick swinging team. There's still a whole lot of season left, and the
Seattle's on their ass too. So yeah, I know. Seattle's one game behind, though.
Stop. Y'all need to stop, because every time y'all say stuff like that, y'all give motherfucking Geno Smith. All right, guys, people believe in me. Let's go. That's what y'all do.
To be fair, D, my goofy ass. Hey, let me tell y'all something. I will only use the Commanders defense when my defense is on a fucking bye week, because I made the dumb mistake. Oh, they're playing the Bears. Let me go and switch to the Commanders defense because they're going to mollywop them. 10-0 in the first quarter, and I'm sitting back like, get the fuck out of here.
You know what, Chris?
Are you kidding me?
Let's get right into football. Let's get right into football. Let's just talk about this. All right. Let's talk about this. First off, yes, you're right. He is a bit of the Yamcha of the NFL. Yeah, much like Yamcha. Yamcha's like third season in baseball was the numbers. You need to see the numbers that Yamcha put up in the third season.
Fields and DJ Moore worked over that fucking Commanders defense. It was 27-3 at the half, and I'm sitting back like, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, they completely.
I didn't see that happen. I did not see that coming.
They completely ran over the Redskins with the Commanders like that. You know, they just really did. Now I'm looking at the Commanders. Now here's the funny thing: Commanders fans, I will give you this. This is your hope. Sam Howell threw for 388 yards. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's why I kind of get mad at people for saying that he's the second coming of Kirk Cousins. I'm like, no, he's functional in a Washington Redskin uniform.
All right, Jesus.
All right, let's calm down. All right, he is obviously low grade Baker Mayfield for right now, y'all. So let's let him cook a little bit.
Don't put him on the level of the GOAT.
Of the GOAT, yeah. But
for a minute though, D, I was with you, because when they started scoring in the third quarter, you was like, shit, the Bears are about to Bears it up again. And I was like, damn, D might be right. All of a sudden, it's like the defense clamped down in the fourth quarter. I was like, well, never mind.
And the big reason why, and hold on, I'm trying to look at to see what they got. They punted 2 times, yada yada. There's now, amazingly, for both of these teams, only 35 yards of penalty on the Bears and only 5 yards on the Commanders. Yeah, meaning that nobody was messing up. Meaning that the Redskins were getting their ass kicked clean. So that tells you something, yeah.
I mean, and look, the Bears needed it. They needed it.
They totally did. And I think the reason why, just real talk, rest in paradise to a football now god. He's a god. He's not considered a great. He's a god in my book. Dick Butkus died hours before the game or a day before the game? It was something like
before the game.
Yeah, but Dick Butkus was there like, we're winning this one, boys. He's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Jedi Ghost.
Yeah, Justin Fields like, yes. He looks over there. You see Dick Butkus. Well, that Negro actually threw a ball. Dick Butkus wasn't racist. He just said a lot of old people stuff. Anyway, that boomer stuff. Hey, Chris, that colored quarterback is all right. Again, Dick wasn't racist. He just said a lot of old shit. Anyway,
yeah, it was literally hours before Dick Butkus dies. The Bears win. It's the work of life and death.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a beautiful thing. Now, that being said, D, what are the Bears? Chris, we know what the Bears are. Dog shit. They are dog shit. All right. There's no way getting around it. They stink this year.
Well,
The Commanders, I'm gonna say this, and you can disagree with me if you want to. I still think the Commanders are painfully middle of the road, if they're lucky, wild card.
last wild card spot.
That's what I'm saying. So we both the same way. They're painfully mid. They might make the playoffs on some BS. That's the best. That's the best I can say for them. Anyway,
Giants are dog shit this year. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Speaking of the Giants, let's flip to that right now. The Giants versus the Dolphins. That was 16-30.
They feasted. That Dolphins defense feasted.
What is that team? What are the Giants? What are you? They brought Tyrod Taylor in the game. That tells you everything you need to know.
I'm just gonna tell you this much. For all the talk about, you know what's funny? All the talk about, oh, Dak got paid all that money. I'm like, guys, Dak literally is the lowest paid quarterback. Daniel Jones got paid more than him. Fucking Russell Wilson got paid more than Dak.
There's
a lot of quarterbacks that got paid more than Dak, and a good chunk of them, you're like, why the fuck did you pay that motherfucker that much money?
All in New York. Can you answer me that? What made any of y'all thought that y'all were going to be more than what y'all were this year? They stink, like really stink.
They're tank bungling it up next to the fucking Bears at this stage.
Oh, they're about to tank. I think they should tank just to salvage the year, because you're not gonna
Tree already put the fucking tank bullshit for both them and the Bears already. So
all right, but that flip side, Tagovailoa, Tua, you still throwing 2 picks on these niggas?
Well, let's be real. His little brother did the same shit against Ohio State. We'll talk about that shit.
That's different. That's
Don't matter. D. Don't matter, D. It runs in the family.
In the tough Big Ten.
Don't matter, D. It runs in the family. Let me have this.
Yo, Tyreek still almost got 200-something yards. Like I said, now the Dolphins. The Dolphins are this. We both can agree to this. I think they're a playoff team.
Oh, yeah.
They're a pure playoff team.
The way the Bills are playing,
one victory in the playoffs. That's all they are to me.
Here's the thing.
So
we know the Dolphins, when they play a good team, they get mollywopped. So they're on the bubble just like the Bills are. Because the Bills, they should have beat the Jaguars. I'm gonna be real. They should have.
Let's go to that game.
You went to Mario, England, and you let the Jaguars have hope that England is their home field. You gave
shout out to that British man that dressed up like the Jaguar. Shout out to y'all. Just shit like that is going to make us drop off the London Jaguars in the middle of London. Because good Lord. Also, shout out to my favorite football team out there, the Tottenham Hotspurs, for making a field that pretty much is going to break everybody's legs. Thank you very much. So thank you for that. It's perfect for soccer. No, it's perfect for football, but it ain't good for football. So
if you know, you know.
Hey, man, look, man. Like, it's kind of funny because I have heard people say that. There's like certain I think it's almost an American thing, because people because British people, everybody around the world, when they play soccer, they are used to dirt. You know what I mean? And Americans can't play on dirt for shit. If you think football, you can play on it. No, you can't. Not in anything. No, it's like playing on AstroTurf to them out there. So hell no, man. It's like I said, I flew all the way to London to play on concrete. I was dying.
NASCAR's own Kenny Pickett did it for the Steelers.
Well, hold on. Before we go to that, you just wanted to make that joke about NASCAR's own. Before we go to that. Like I said, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they are sitting right now at 3-2, Chris. What are they? Because I don't know. What do you think?
Middle of the road, like the Commanders.
Really? Painfully mid. You in a weak division. You're in a weak division.
Yeah. It's theirs to lose. It's theirs to lose at this stage. I mean, the Bills. I'm like, hey, Bills. You could dominate your division, but you're really kind of playing down to your opponents. For why? I don't get it.
they're not the juggernaut that they said they were going to be, number one. And only one pick from Josh. You know, only one pick. I didn't even see the pick. You know, like
it was one of those.
Actually,
it
wasn't devastating, but good God,
it was one of those accidental picks. Like, I'm not mad, but what was that kind of thing? Like,
yeah.
All right, cool. It's just, but again, Bill's gonna have to look deep inside and be like, yeah, we can't keep doing this bullshit for the whole season because we actually have to act. Because funny thing is, if the current trajectory holds the way it is, and Dolphins still keep going like they want to play, Bills can't rest on their laurels thinking they're just going to automatically go in because they're going to have to pay for a fucking wild card spot if they keep this shit up.
Hell no. So, Kenny Pickett finally had the game that all Steeler fans were waiting on. 224 yards. Shut up.
Lamar
no picks, 1 interception. No pick, no picks, 1 touchdown. So
late touchdown, but it was working.
No. And this is the thing he learned. And I think, I'm sorry, you only threw to him 6 times. Anyway, George Pickens, who is the real star of that team, got 130 yards. And I'm thinking to myself, he only caught the ball 6 times. But the bigger problem is this, Chris. Mm-hmm. That was 14 unanswered points in the 4th quarter. So my question is this. Baltimore,
what are you?
D is going to tell you right now. I know exactly what you are. You are pure fool's gold. You're going to get on a little winning streak. Y'all going to maintain something, and then you're going to bow out very, very ungracefully out the
wild card weekend.
Maybe wild card weekend. You probably it's going to be wild card weekend. I don't see them getting the top 2. But that being said, yeah, they're going to get knocked out of wild card weekend because y'all are not the team. First off, the team is decimated with injuries. Number 2, what type of balance does freaking Lamar Jackson have right now? Number 3, y'all defense just had the wrong time every single time, man. What are y'all? Because what we just said, what me and Chris just said, that's what we see. Is that what you think you are? Because I know how Raven fans are. No. That's what you are. So
we seen the data, sir. We
synced it. We synced it all, yeah. That being said, Pittsburgh Steelers, get everyone you can.
Get in while you can.
The one thing I've learned about the Pittsburgh Steelers is this. Stupid will happen. They're not going deep. They're not. If they make it to the playoffs, no, they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it deep. They're not even like if they made the playoffs. That was a goal because they're not doing shit this year, man. So yeah. We know what we know with them, man.
Eagles for a moment was about to lose to the Rams, and then they clamped down on the Rams. So.
We haven't been mentioning him, and I will mention him now. Puka Nacua has been just tickling everybody's fancy because they're like, oh my God, Cooper Kupp, now Puka. There are no Negroes catching the ball. We love this. It's like I'm playing. Puka, hey, dude.
Showing something.
Hey, man, look, I see a lot of Miles Austin you. What does that mean, D? That means 3 seasons. But I see a lot of positive in you. First off, you laughing. Miles Austin was fun. He was fun.
You said 3 seasons. I was like, he's fun for 2 seasons to me.
I was going to say, he was only 2 seasons. It was short. It was short with Miles Austin.
He was there for like 4 seasons, but it was really like 3 seasons, 2.5. He was like, all right, cool.
I think really what happened because you got to remember he went from slot receiver to our number 1 receiver in 1 season. Which, just real talk, he wasn't a number 1 receiver, but he was the best thing we had, and Tony knew how to utilize him. So
yeah.
That being said, yeah. So
your boy Joey, Joey and the Bengals won against the Cardinals. Hooray!
Again, Chris. What are the LA Rams to you?
Oh, middle of the road. Painfully middle of the road. I don't know if they'll even get a last wild card spot.
You really think it's going to be that tough in the West?
I mean, you got Seattle.
Because they're better than Seattle. Don't start that with me. God damn it, don't start that with me.
Seattle is slightly better than the Rams.
How? How?
Geno in the defense.
Shut up. Anyway, what do you think about the Eagles?
They're still coasting. They're coasting.
They're coasting.
I think Dallas is gonna punch him in the mouth and they'll wake up. But
I still have a splitting. I still have a splitting the series. I definitely have a splitting our little series or two. But it's going to take a team like Dallas or somebody to finally make them motherfuckers actually act like they want to play, because they have been just like, slipping away and going, ha, we're the best.
To me, 49ers are coasting, but for good reasons, obviously.
Yeah, the 49ers are just better than everybody right now.
Yeah.
There's no way.
But I feel they're due to get punched in the mouth by accident for some weird reason. It's going to be like a weird Thursday night game. They're going to play like, I don't know,
the Rams.
The Rams
and lose.
The Rams gonna come out and just punch them in the mouth, and it's like, how the fuck did this happen?
Motherfuckers lose to the Falcons or some shit, yeah. You know what I mean? Something basic, yeah.
Joey Bosa gets a broken leg, and you're like, how the fuck did this happen? Like, Jesus.
All right, now you said the Bengals and the Cardinals. I seen that game. I'm not even gonna break out the voice for Joe Burrow, because you shouldn't be happy of what you did out there, Joe, in my opinion.
He played a game that he needed to win, and it went his way. Like,
Joey, why do you look mad, Joey? Because somebody said I act like Andy Dalton, and I'm not like Andy Dalton at all. I'm actually good.
Do I have red hair? No.
Do I have red hair? No. Do I look like a pussy mom? No.
Andy Dalton, am I a joke to you?
Andy, am I a joke to you? Yes. Yes, you are, Andy. Yes, you are. I backed your ass up for 3 damn seasons. Ooh. I was talking trash about Ryan Fitzpatrick at that time, and I backed your ass up. Golly, man. I'll never get over the fact how I wasted time trying to like him, man. But that being said, the Cardinals, what do you think? The Cardinals are what I think the Cardinals are. Stink. That's the Cardinals.
They're tank bowling it up next to the fucking Giants and the Bears. They're tank bowling it up.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
Who do you have? Who do you have? Oh, and the Patriots, they're tanking too. Who do you have winning the Tank Bowl? Patriots?
I don't know yet. I don't know. No, I don't make my predictions on the Tank Bowl until we get to week 10.
Okay.
Week 10, that's what it literally. God, I hate where it's like, yeah, it sucks. It's like, yeah, everything's exciting on the top end. What's going on in the dog shit version of 1 and 8 versus 1 and 8? Let's go.
Speaking of which,
but that's still great, yeah. But yeah, they're down there. But the Bengals, wow.
Again,
the Bengals are like a car with a bad axle.
Mid as fuck. And I remember, look, everybody had all them jokes about, the Bengals got to the Super Bowl and Dallas didn't. And ever since then, the Bengals have been just declining.
I feel like the Bengals door probably slammed shut, and only the Bengals heard it, and the NFL didn't hear it yet. And they're like, yeah, we're still good. We're still good. Like they saw the door swing closed and saw the little click. Go on there, they're like, oh shit.
They were on this.
NFL doesn't know. Yeah, we're still good.
They were on this high. They beat Mahomes. They got to the Super Bowl, and afterwards, even though they lost, everybody's like, "Oh man, the Bengals. They got a team." Following season, bam, they got kneecapped, and it's like, well, fuck.
They be getting kneecapped, and now I heard they ain't got T. Higgins for a couple games now. 3 weeks,
allegedly.
Wonderful.
I got Higgins on fucking fantasy, and I'm like, maybe I need to put him on IR.
God damn it! Looks like I got a whole new. I got no such problems now, man.
Speaking of which, the Jets got hope. They beat the Broncos.
Okay,
pretty soundly too.
Yeah, I watched this piece of crap game,
sir.
You know what's bad?
Crap. This is a fun game to watch.
No, it wasn't. What would you? Woo!
Didn't you like Throw Rogan clapping up in the stands? You know,
I loved it. I loved how Zach Wilson didn't have to really do nothing. He just had to be there.
Look at me,
And they
Aaron. Look at
won.
me. I'm a quarterback. Yay!
He got more yards than Russell. You know why? Because they got Maurice. They got Maurice Hall. You're dealing with a top 10, at least right now, a top 10 running back right now. You don't have top 5. You really don't have to do nothing. You really don't have to do nothing.
He was shredding them motherfuckers like it was candy. Like
the Broncos have no choice. They have no choice but to feel nothing but pain.
When do you feel what's his face is going to embrace the tank? The coach. When do you feel he's going to embrace the tank?
It's
2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, if they keep this losing streak up, or what's up?
Boy, I don't think he's going to embrace the tank. This is Sean Payton, man. This is Sean Payton. Sean Payton only knows darkness because Drew Brees wasn't there. Yeah. Now this is a whole different forest, and he's not used to the dark in this forest, and I don't know what's going to happen to his ass. All I know is this.
Where was the pain, Jameis?
Yeah, just pain. It was pain everywhere. So we got to keep on pushing.
Just pain. It's just pain. I do feel. Yes, he is. I do feel as though
I feel bad for Russell, man. It's like, damn.
I do.
That's on top of Marshawn having that interview with Shannon, where Shannon was asking him like if he's friends with Russ, and Marshawn in a roundabout way was basically saying me and Russ aren't friends. It's like he wasn't trying to throw Russ under the bus, but he was just saying, "Hey, Russ is on some different shit than me, and he took some things that I said the wrong way. It just is what it is. The fuck you want me to do?"
Yeah. It's like, man, like he's probably like, you know what, nigga,
Russ ain't angry at him. It's just, he
was never like a lot of people said like he was never a locker room dude like that, man. He wasn't like that big into shit. Like it's weird, man. It's weird. I know, man. People
took that as like Russ was like some asshole diva. And I'm like, no, Russ probably just is that guy that's just like
Russ is a different type of diva. He is a diva, but it's a different type.
It's not an asshole diva.
It is an asshole diva. It is an asshole diva.
In what way?
Broncos country. That type of way. Like Russ. Okay. The ship is sinking. I know you just got laid by Sierra and life is grand. I hate everybody. I really hate saying that. I hate how everybody brings up the celebrity girlfriend. Like, oh, you're so deep inside of her, like as a mocking thing. Like, nigga, I earned it. But
look. If separating his personal life from quarterback, I can see how he could be a diva in a way.
I understand. I get it. He's like certain quarterbacks. They're going to be involved in the lives, or at least kind of level to like I can hang out with the guys type of thing. Like Peyton Manning didn't really do a lot of that partying, but when it came to football and it came to them talking, he was like everybody else. Like I'm putting 100 in, y'all putting 100 in, let's go. Mm-hmm. Not to say Russ don't do that, but you can even see it when Russ has to win games where it's just him. It feels like he's like Willie Beeman in that scene where it was raining. So I'm just gonna do everything out here, huh? That's just gonna be me. That's how it's gonna be, huh? Like I feel that's Russ every single game with the Broncos. It's him fighting with the offensive line. Y'all care? Well, I gotta see my children. You put
that picture of him having drinking water and his homeboy and his teammate looking at him like, I fucking hate you, Russ. That shit.
Oh that granted, it was a defensive player looking at Russ like that. And if I was on defense, I look at him the same way like,
fucking your problem.
You don't care, huh? You just gonna throw picks and fumble the rest of this game. I was out there 2 minutes ago. That was the quickest 3 and out in the world, man. We tired. We are tired. We can't stop this team. We can't stop this team, man. Just keep them off the field. Look, just keep them on the field for 10 minutes. You ain't got to score. Like, yo, Russ, like the whole. That's one thing I also noticed about this team. The team can't. Hold on. Let me see how long their possession was. And how long was the possession? because I feel like the Broncos didn't have that. They have the ball half the damn game. Where's that? Where's the time position? They only had it for 25 minutes to the 25 to their 34 minutes. Yeah. Y'all barely had that ball, man. I feel bad for them. All right, next game. We're done with them. We're done with the Broncos. The Broncos are a tank. The Broncos, both of these teams are impressive tanks, but I think the Broncos are a tank. Like this is a whole different body of a tank.
In the battle of mid, we had the Packers and Raiders on Monday night, and the Raiders won, but those are two painfully mid-ass fucking teams, to be honest with you.
I'm sorry. You said the battle of mid. The battle of
I know. Look, I was being nice.
You want to like Chris? Monday Night Raw was the only reason why I paid attention to half of this game.
Hey, look, I wouldn't be surprised if we look at the ratings and Monday Night Raw actually beat Monday Night.
Probably beat it. I would have. It probably got. It was like whoa! It's not the 90s. You got close. I mean, you know that. Did Stone Cold, The Rock Johnson show up? What happened, guys? Oh, wrestling.
Dude, both of these teams are mid, and again, they feel like two teams that are basically wild card bowl, but like the last wild card spot tier.
Hey, yo, go home. Go home. What are you fighting for? What are we all fighting for? Motherfucker, look, bash it, yo. Russell Westbrook. Russell Wilson, if I tell you, if you live, I'll tell you. Okay. Live, Broncos Russ, country, live. Let's ride.
Live, Russ, live.
It's like, okay, Broncos country, let's ride. Yeah. Yo, my sons, we have gotten into the fucking meme with them, right? What the meme is, the second they lost, I didn't know that Donovan. My son is so funny because he likes football, but he doesn't. So it's a weird. He likes it because the memes and real talk. He kind of like the storylines that come out of football. But Donovan had me rolling. The second they lost, right? He gives me he sends me a gift on my phone, and it's the joke off a regular show where the skeleton shows up, and it's just like flashing colors, like the ride never ends. He waits to see, like, my son is so petty now. He waits to see if the Broncos lost because last year he's like, hey, Dad, let's ride. I'm like, stop, son. This year it's the ride never ends.
So,
oh, man. But
yeah, that was, yeah.
If we can say this is Vegas is not mid to me. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're just rebuilding. And that's what they look like. The Packers really look like they're rebuilding. The Packers stink. They really, they're worse than what they look to me, man. They're way worse than that. Love might grow up to be something, man, because there is a culture there in Green Bay. So he might work out.
The Vikings came this close to beating Chiefs.
Okay. You said this close? Not what I saw in that field from Minnesota.
What did you
Not
see?
with DC. That game was like don't let that like I said, don't let that one score in the fourth quarter fool you. No, that was a garbage time. But no, it wasn't. Because this is the fun part. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs are in the exact same place of
you're coasting.
What are you doing? They are both in that same hot seat. Like, we good, man. We good.
Look, we saw it against the Jets when the Jets almost beat them. And I'm sitting back like, yo, like Kansas. And that's with Kelsey almost coming out the game because of his ankle and stuff. But I still think that's a thing that need to watch. But I'm just sitting back and I'm like.
You notice that too? I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, this is like the second game that has happened. So, all
right, watch it back.
But the Vikings are painfully back. They really stink, man.
Can they turn it around? Maybe.
Okay. Bold prediction. Right now, they're 1-4. D is going to say this. Ooh, I would have bet on this. They're only going to lose 4 more games. Actually, you know what? No. Before D even makes any type of prediction, give me 1 second.
Bold prediction for me.
One, they're going to win that one. They're going to lose that. I bet they're going to win that one. November 19th, y'all. They go against the Broncos. That's going to be the decider. I think they're going to lose to the Broncos. They're going to beat the Bears again. They're going to lose. They're going to lose to the Raiders. They're going to beat the Bengals. They're going to beat the Bengals. They're going to lose to the Lions. Ooh, they're not going to make the 8-8. They're not going to make it at all. Yeah, they're not going to make the playoffs at all. No, because the last 4 games, mind you, is the Bengals, the Lions, the Packers, and then the Lions again. They're losing all 4 of those games. I can tell you why right now, because we didn't get to the Lions yet, but the Lions are going to the playoffs. We have made that. We already know that. The Packers are going to want to be petty. And the Bengals, if the Bengals, like we said they are, they're barely going to make it into the playoffs, which we don't think they're going to make it, though. They're going to scrape for that one, and they're going to beat them. They're losing the last 4 games. Possibly the last 5 games, because I think the Raiders are going to be just as hungry.
True.
They're done for. They're done for. No bold prediction. They're just done for. Woo, we're dealing with a true tank team.
Mm-hmm.
Glorious. Anyway.
Let's see. Saints.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Bro. The Patriots. The Saints basically did the same shit the Cowboys did to the Patriots, except the Patriots didn't score not a single point.
Boy, I seen this one movie. I seen this one movie. I'm not even going to bring up the name, but this girl was getting AR'd, and one guy in the background said, "Hey, come on, join in." That's what looked like what happened in the Superdome. Oh my God. The New England Patriots are a true tank. They are a true tank. It's over. It's over. Y'all don't have Jordan is not there no more. That means your best defensive player is gone, probably for the rest of the year. So, because if I was Jordan, even if I come back because they say he's going to be healthy, no, he's not. Stop. He's done. Your best linebacker's done. That means the motivation of your team is done. So I'm gonna say this: Mac Jones, beg to be benched. Beg to be benched
for sure,
because there is nothing there for you, sir. There is nothing there for you to gain. You let the New Orleans Saints beat the shit out of you. By the way, New Orleans Saints, you're gonna be fighting for a wild card somehow. That's what D thinks. That's what I see you as, mid fighting for a wild card spot. I don't know if you got it, but the NFC South is some shit. So good luck, sir.
It is what it is. I mean, not much you can sit there and do on that end and stuff. Colts beat the Titans again. I still don't believe the Colts, but hey, they beat. I'm surprised they beat the Titans, to be honest with you. But
much like we said about all the AFC and NFC Souths are all just equally bad. And I can say this: the Colts are better than they should be, and that's actually worrying me. They're better than they should be.
They'll get into
and that ain't good.
If they keep this trajectory up, they'll get into playoffs.
I will say this: the only reason I'm Richardson, I think he's actually a decent quarterback. Mm-hmm. And like I said, the Colts, they have little people on their team that they're not all the way bad. It's just yeah. Now the Titans, however, are in oddly they're in this exact same spot, but they are. But it feels like with the Tennessee Titans, you can hear the Sonic drowning theme music with them. It really feels like they You're both Derrick Henry. It really feels like this is it. If y'all gonna go for any type of run, this is it, because y'all have nothing left. That team is on the brink of getting demolished. So
by the way, we were talking about
Get your hits in when you can.
Talking about the Bills earlier. Bills, you might want to sit there and take a look at your receiver Stephon Diggs, because he's on the bubble of like, really, as much as he says, hey, I'm Bills ride or die. Hey, he free agent after the season, and don't let Dallas snag him up.
I don't think Dallas is going to go for a wide receiver. I stand by that. But I do say this. I will say this. He has a couple of places he can go. A couple of places where I think he should go, not because I don't think that he's in a good. I really think that 1 year it was all he was going to get out of him and Josh Allen. I don't know, but I feel like he's not staying in Buffalo. I just know he's not going to stay in Buffalo.
I don't know. I mean,
I think he's gone, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens and such. So there's that. You have the Lions. Lions are having a lot of they're definitely got a lot of, they believe in themselves now.
Yes, they do.
And for rightful reasons. They are running the NFC North right now. They are running away with it at this point. Again, it's 5 games, so but
the next game
trajectory,
in terms of the trajectory, just looking at their roster,
they'll win the division.
Looking at their schedule alone: Buccaneers, Ravens, Raiders, Chargers, Bears, Packers, Saints, Bears, Broncos, Vikings, Cowboys, and then the Vikings. This team can get away with 12 solid wins. They can actually rattle off 12 solid wins. Now, Chris, because you and I don't get the joy of seeing a Super Bowl team be our team, we do get one thing out of this. Lions, December 30th, when you play the Cowboys, I'm going to tell you this right now. When you lose that game, you better recover quick, because Dallas has a way of hitting people dead in the fucking liver, and they never recover.
Jaguars haven't recovered.
So, yeah, the Jaguars are still God, they're still bloody. We beat them a season ago. How's this still possible?
Don't matter.
Like I said, Lions, don't lose to the Cow. Like I know, y'all gonna lose to the Cowboys, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. You better recover. Because if y'all don't recover, you lose in that next game to the Vikings, and it's going to be hilarious. Because that means you're going to go right into the playoffs and run right into a brick wall and become the meme that you always been. Never winning a playoff game. So, Chris, that's an important date, December 30th. That's an important date. Not because it's a game that, real talk, Dallas could fuck around and lose. But it's an important game because I think that can fuck up the whole season for the Lions. But yeah. So of course, the Panthers stink. They stink. Y'all wanted Bryce Young, you got him. Have fun.
Now, there was an article that came out about Justin Simmons on the Broncos. Now, Justin Simmons, he got drafted 3rd round to pick. He came onto the Broncos right after they won Super Bowl 50. And they were kind of talking about how, like, this guy has been through so many sweeping changes in the organization and somehow survived.
So what is he, like the long snapper or some shit? What is he?
I think he's the, what was it?
Usually people in that position are like the long snapper, the motherfucker they can't fire because he's a specialist.
I think Justin Simmons is the safety.
He's a safe. Justin Simmons? Wait, really? He's still bending?
Pro Bowl safety, and he's still surviving. And I'm like, God damn, like this motherfucker.
It actually kind of reminds me of when right before everything changed over there, and Talib was the last motherfucker on that defense that was worth a damn when Elvis Dumervil and everybody else left the Broncos.
I mean, just it's yeah. Oh yeah. Also, Randy Gregory is
sir. That's not my fucking problem. Anyway,
Randy Gregory got signed to the 49ers. Let me tell you something. Randy Gregory fleeced the shit out of Denver, by the way.
Oh yes, he did.
Fleeced them.
And I kept on hearing everybody say, "Oh, the Cowboys going to get him back. Jerry's like, hell no, I gave him his money. He can go and fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
I mean, because look, good luck to him on the 49ers. I'm pretty sure, much like Shady McCoy being on 2 Super Bowl teams, he's barely going to get used and he's somehow going to get something out of it. So, yeah, I'm throwing shade at Shady McCoy because that motherfucker stays having Dak's name in his fucking mouth for no damn reason. And I'm like, Shady, you had maybe 1 or 2 good seasons with the Eagles, and okay, you won 2 Super Bowls, but they were on 2 teams that didn't even use you to win. So
that's
what the fuck
what
are
I'm
we talking
saying.
about
You
here?
weren't even an important aspect of that shit. Shady McCoy, like I said, the best of Shady McCoy left that after that snow game. So that's all I'm saying.
Somebody said
that snow game took everything from him as a player. So you know.
Somebody said his assessment of Dak Prescott is like, you could have got that from a drunken Philadelphia Eagles fan. I need Shady to tell me that shit. Like the fuck out.
I need Shady to tell me that. Look, I'm a Cowboys fan. I heard worse, nigga. Come on, bro.
Dak is ass. I'm pretty sure a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Yeah,
Philadelphia Eagles fan told me that. So,
yo, for me, it's like, okay, thank you. What
want me to do with that information?
What did you earn out of that, nigga? You a millionaire. Why you care? Like, I always say that, nigga. You making millions. Why you give?
Oh man. Oh, also,
like, I don't understand. Like, I will never understand guys that win rings and still have beefs. Like, dog, you won. Like, Shaq was petty. I get that, but some people like my boy Paul Pierce is like, nigga, you won. Nigga, you won. Why do you care? Whatever.
Now, moving on to baseball.
LeBron.
Moving on to baseball before we go, and then we go into NCAA football. As I said earlier, the Orioles, they're clearly a young team, and the Texas Rangers came in and just punched them in the mouth repeatedly. Just the whole weekend. I was just like the first game is like, all right, cool. Second game, I'm like, shit. Third game, I was like, that's it.
Well, Chris, I said this. Well, guys, as you know, good luck to the Diamondbacks. They're not gonna win this one. Clayton Kershaw is. Y'all better get that one game in, and they got it all in. They swept them niggas. I did not see that coming. When I saw Kershaw, was there like, run. Y'all ain't got to deal with that. Y'all ain't got to deal with an ace. Run. Like, yo.
Bro, we got.
I will give him that, man.
We got the Rangers and Astros, which I'm like, yo, Astros really trying to make a run? Okay.
Hell yeah. I told you the Astros. I told all of y'all back in August, it was going to be the Astros. It was going to be the Astros and Rangers. I was giving up luck that Baltimore was actually going to make me look stupid and actually do more. I was hoping for that. I was truly hoping for that.
Braves. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Braves are about to pull the same shit the Orioles did, except at least they won a game against the Phillies. I'm like, you about to let the Phillies take you out, Braves? What's going on here?
Today, like, they got today and they got fucking Saturday, y'all. So, like, it's actually
the Diamondbacks, though, I'm with you. I'm like, Dodgers, what the fuck? The hell happened?
It was right. I told you the second they saw somebody got hurt, they was like, let's rally time. It's rally time. Let's go. So I got to give it. I didn't get to see none of their games. I'm mad at that. I got to see none of their games. I did see a really good game. What was that, game 2? Was that game 2? No, yeah. It was game 2 that the Braves came back and won that. That was really good. It was 4-5. And then I was just mad as hell because I watched yesterday. I was like, let me see. I was like, let me hop in and see where the Braves and Phillies at. The fuck you mean it?
Now I'll say this.
Man, Philly beat the shit out of them, man.
Bold prediction for the World Series: Astros Diamondbacks.
I'm gonna be that one. I got to be the settlehead when I'm being real. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to deal with that fucking boulder that is the Phillies right now. I don't think because I told you that the Dodgers was gonna have problems with them, and they got to face them, man. I don't know what the Diamondbacks are gonna have to deal with that.
Isn't your boy still on the Phillies?
Oh yeah. motherfucking on Trey Turner and motherfucking Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper did the most gangster thing in the world though in that last game. That nigga did a home run, stared at I forgot the name of the fucking pitcher. Just he hit that home run, and gave the evil white boy look as he ran the bases. I'm like, playoff baseball, nigga.
hey, look. I'm like,
look, if that was in the middle of the season, fight them. It's the playoffs. Put up a shut up. Don't let that white man dance on you because look, I just seen Bryce's first 10 years over here in DC. He will skate on you niggas. Don't let him do it.
That white boy deadly. But yeah, baseball has definitely been interesting. Now I'll say this: going into college football, Colorado beat Arizona. Was it Arizona State, right? Yeah, Arizona State.
It was a decent game. It wasn't nothing really major with that.
It was definitely a game. It's definitely a game that's a good game to bounce back from the 2 losses and stuff for sure.
The game of the week for me was of course the Red River rivalry between Oklahoma and Texas. Texas almost had it. I wasn't rooting for Texas. I wanted Texas to lose this one. Shout out to Oklahoma, man. The way they came back in the end, man, I loved it, man.
Kneel the fucking ball. The fuck were you doing? What were you doing?
This is college football, nigga. Put up a shut up.
I sat there and I was like, all right, they can run this clock down. Just kneel the ball. They could. Why are you running the ball? Why are you running? What are you? Oh, no. Bear in mind, D, me and my girl, because we were watching college football. She watches Mizzou and she'll watch Texas football, right? So we watched Mizzou. I think Mizzou lost.
They lost to LSU, which was entertaining.
It was a good game.
They was up on LSU. I'm an LSU fan. We don't deserve any of the shit we get this year because
Mizzou had a shot.
They're okay. They had a shot. They really did. That third quarter crushed them, and I think it was like 2 picks in the fourth quarter. That was it. That was it. All right, I was like, no, real talk me. Oh, thank you, God. Oh God, thank you, God. Tigers, if y'all lost this, I would have been so pissed.
So we switched over to the Texas game, right? So both of us there, we was like, oh shit, Texas is gonna win this. And me and her were sitting there, and she was like, how come he's running the ball? I was like, I don't even. Maybe they trying to get the first down. I was like, well, it is the first. Why did they kneel the ball? They don't have no time. What? And it wasn't just us. There were people on Twitter looking at Texas like, Texas, what are you doing? Just kneel the ball.
Like, run the clock out. Nah, man. We got
pad them stats.
This is classic. This is classic college football here. There ain't no punting. There ain't no kneeling and strategery.
When he fumbled the ball, Oklahoma recovered. I was like, it's over. Oklahoma got this. I was like, it's done. I immediately, because college football, it's weird. You make a mistake, it's game over. Like, real quick. Ohio State and Maryland, it was close.
Yeah, it was close at halftime.
When it came out of half and Maryland got the touchdown, I was like, all right, Maryland got Ohio State's number. Ohio State came back. And I was like, all right, this is going to be a shootout. Tua threw a fucking interception. Game. You gave Ohio State an opening. Because bear in mind, even the commentator was like, damn, Maryland got Ohio State's soul. What the fuck is going on? He threw a fucking interception. I was like, and you gave Ohio State hope now. And they just proceeded to just run over Maryland after that.
Ran right over Maryland, man.
That's all it takes. And Oklahoma smelled blood in the water after that fumble. Like, we got this, guys. Let's go down the field for a touchdown. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
But they did what good teams do, man. They just ran right. They basically sat on Maryland, man. They knew they could do that shit. And that's what it was, man. I will say this. The bully of the week goes to the Bulldogs, beating the living crap out of Kentucky, 51-13. Chris. Technically, they weren't the bully of the week, but if you see what happened, yeah, they were. Now, Michigan beat the shit out of Minnesota. Minnesota didn't have it. Yeah, 50. But let's see, the difference is this.
Maryland does that in their sleep.
There's a difference in this. Kentucky was ranked 30th in the country. And I said what I always said about Kentucky being ranked. Check that out again.
Check that again. Check that again. 20th.
Yeah, that's what I said. Check that shit again. How are they ranked? How are they even fucking ranked? Like, yo, man.
I mean, I question Washington State being ranked, and UCLA came in and punched them in the mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that too. And what was the other game I said? Oh yeah, of course, Arizona State and Colorado. It was a decent game. It was, like I said, it was really decent. It was like it wasn't a really
palate cleanser.
It really was. It was a bit of a palate cleanser, man. So I will say that, man. But
did you hear did you hear the rumor that somebody wanted, and it's a rumor, but it was the stupidest shit ever. Somebody was like they're trying to angle Colorado to get a big bowl game like the Orange Bowl, and I'm like, why? They're not deserving of the Orange Bowl. Like, I'm sorry. Like, why would you give them the Orange Bowl because of ratings?
okay.
Like, why?
Okay, this is what I get from everybody. No, they want him to they want them to do the Peach Bowl. And the reason why is because the Peach Bowl is in Atlanta, and therefore Dion is Atlanta. And here's the thing, Chris. Here's the thing, and it pisses me off so much. That's everybody's excuse.
Ratings.
That is like, yeah, man. No, that's like, yeah, man, because Dion's Atlanta. Man, why you hating on him, man? Like, no, he needs to, like, no, his team need to earn it. What the hell you need to earn for?
Give him the fucking San Diego Insurance Bowl if you want to give him a.
And that's what I said. No. That's so unfair to everybody else, man. On that one, I'm like, that's just stupid to me. They gotta fight for a position like everybody else in my book. You don't get no automatic, but nigga, the ratings, shut up.
And I'm glad Dion sat there and was like, I don't care about bowl games. I'm like, thank you. Like, he was like, no, I don't care about the bowl game. I'm just trying to get some wins and we'll just see what happens. And I'm like, thank you. Like that, because that's how it should be. It's like, look, we'll see how this goes. Let the chips fall where it falls. Because we all knew once they won the first 3 games, Colorado was already ahead of the curve of expectations at that point.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, yeah. Cool. Cool. Got you. We got you. You're good. So to me, to even ask them to say, "Oh, they need to," no, stop it, fucking stop it.
Hi to our boy Fox, nigga, you a Pats fan? Yeah. Ugh, you on the West Coast, man? Be normal.
Be a Charger fan.
No, yeah, like the San Jose Sharks or something. Ugh.
Speaking of which, it's
you got the LA Kings right there. Why you got the
now I have to put this out here. Homecoming weekend for HBCUs. Unfortunately in this area, Morgan State had to cancel their homecoming because of some shooting and it was fucked up. I had to push back on some folks.
Was it somebody that was a part that was in the dorm, or was that Baltimore being Baltimore?
It was Baltimore. It was Baltimore niggas being Baltimore niggas, and I had to push back on.
So much like what happened to Howard this year. So the same thing that happened to Howard this year.
But the difference is, I had some friends that got kids that go to Morgan State, and they had a bit of a kind of like a heart attack because their kids were there during the shootings, and one of my girl that we graduated with, her daughter was there, and she was like, crisis averted, she's good, everything's fine. And I had to push back on some folks that were like, well, just Baltimore niggas being Baltimore, I don't know why they can't. So I'm like, dude, you're not understanding. You're the dean of a campus. It's a big shooting. He had to shut that shit down. There ain't no getting around that. Like, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It had to be shut down.
And for some people and some, that had black colleges, and y'all know how homecoming get. And yeah, y'all heard on homecoming weekends, niggas getting shot, niggas getting stabbed. It ain't the 90s no more. It ain't the 2000s. A lot of colleges don't want to be associated with the outside life that gets flooded into their colleges. Like as much as I kind of had my jokes about what happened at Howard University, I was like, that's serious though.
And then Bowie State had a shooting too.
Bowie State was a little bit different. That was a little bit different. That was drama. That was drama.
Yeah.
That was drama. And that was like, why you college girls are talking to niggas in PG? Oh yeah, I forgot. Bowie State is nothing more than PG Community College upgraded. So I forgot about that.
I hate you because I was this close to going to Bowie State.
And nigga, I was too. Anybody that look, if you graduated out of a PG school, Bowie State runs up to you like they're trying to recruit you to a football team.
Meanwhile,
Bowie State and PG Community College, like, hey, y'all trying to get an education?
Do you want an education or not? Take your pick.
Hey man, you can take your ass down to Virginia Union and Virginia State and be in the middle of nowhere. You can be in the city here in DC, go to Bowie Bowie State.
Howard lost homecoming weekend to a backup quarterback at Northwestern. 23-20.
Wait a minute. They played Northwest. Wait a minute. That was their homecoming?
Northwestern versus Howard at homecoming.
What was the score? I just cut
23-20. 23-20.
It was presentable. They didn't get it ringed like I thought they would. I really thought they were dead. I was like, they got demolished. It was like 50 something to like what 10. Like I was worse than that.
23-20. I was like the backup quarterback went out. I was like, damn. Like,
hey man, look, man. Division 2, them double A quarterbacks, they nice, man. All right, a couple of them are nice, man. Like a couple of nice, like who, like like Jalen, like Jared Goff or Carson. Jared Goff. So actually, I don't think Jared Goff came out of. Jared Goff did come out of a Division 2. I think he did. Either Division 2 or because I know Carson came out of that. Hold on, where did Jared Goff come out? What college did that motherfucker come from? He went to where is it? Oh man, yeah, he went to Cal. Never mind, he went to Cal. So yeah, I am thinking of all Carson Wentz. Never mind. But anyway, Tony Romo. I thought of a second one.
Yeah, Morgan was gonna play Stony Brook that weekend anyway. So
yeah, man, that was hey Morgan, that was a game to lose. Seriously.
I mean, look, it is.
I mentioned Bowie because I mentioned Morgan last week. And I was like, and I said, shout out to their social media, and I still mean shout out to them. They're nice, but y'all done lost like every game.
But you want to talk about ass whoopings, D? Bowie State got the bejesus whooped out of them by Virginia State, 44-16 on homecoming weekend. First lost in the team's homecoming weekend history. They had a streak going of like 9-10 seasons.
Really, a home streak.
Yeah, not losing on homecoming and
Chris
44-16 though.
Virginia State. Let me tell you something. Virginia State, Virginia Union have been really. I'm not even bullshitting on this part. I seen it with Virginia State. They have been actually recruiting kind of pretty nicely. Under they've been sucking up a lot of the 2-star athletes. You're laughing, but I'm serious. 2-star athlete in Division 2 is almost is almost on the level of 5-star. Yeah, seriously, man. So, but they have been recruiting actually well these last 2 seasons. Much like Tennessee State and North Carolina Central, they have been actually really trying to get people to attract to their school and all the rest of that. And then I thought to myself, hey D. So is Bethune-Cookman doing anything after the Ed Reed thing? No, they just kind of quit. So
like, all right, I guess, I guess. Yeah, it is what it is. But 44-16, man, I'm like, God damn, like this is insane. It is insane.
So like we do best here, and we're going to end the show on this thing.
But I will say this real quick though. Mm-hmm. Howard has Norfolk State for their homecoming weekend, not this weekend, but the following weekend. So that should be interesting.
So whose homecoming is it? Is it Norfolk's?
No, it's Howard's. So Northwestern beat them on Northwestern's homecoming.
Okay,
that's what it was. And so Howard has Norfolk State on.
I was about to say because wait, they ain't playing a black college on homecoming. That's weird. I thought all right. So that being said, not saying they can beat Norfolk. They could beat Norfolk State.
They could, but
I only seen 2 college games, and Norfolk State was college HBCU games this year. Norfolk was another one. Boy, I know FAMU is actually good this year, but y'all bad. Y'all bad. FAMU ain't bad. FAMU is pretty good for their division. They're probably going to end up winning the MEAC. But yeah, FAMU is all right. They're going to be okay. So of course, we're going to talk about the final thing to talk about. WWE Fastlane. D likes to say, not a bad pay-per-view.
Let me ask you this. So, where is Shinsuke going after this?
Right now, because anytime there is an interesting pay-per-view, I do want to tune in on Monday Night Raw to see where everybody's going. And Shinsuke is going to be mid-card beefing, but he's a heel now. He's a full-fledged heel now. Next week, he's going to be going against Ricochet. And I think Ricochet is probably going to win this one match and probably lose the jump. But we got to see, because there's a push. They've been trying to really push Ricochet or at least keep him in the running with all that. But it was they've been trying, man. And I think really the problem with that is because Gunther is right there in the middle, and there's nothing you can do about it.
It really isn't. I mean, it is what it is and stuff. But yeah, Fastlane was actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. Jay and Cody winning the undisputed belts and that fucking presser.
Were they high? They were high, were they?
Somebody
they were
said
high.
drunk more so than high.
Probably. Whatever. I mean,
at least they weren't like Travis Scott in that SNL fucking commercial. Because dear God, Travis looked like he was out of it. But them winning the tag belts, I feel this is Cody's way of, all right, Cody, you got a belt until we figure out what to do for you leading into WrestleMania. We'll see what happens, kind of thing.
I like how somebody was freaking out because the Street Profits lost. And y'all gonna hate that for a while because when they finally get they I don't know what they're doing with him yet, so we'll see with that. Shout out to Carlito being Carlito, man. Glad he's back in some type of form. The triple threat match with the girls were not bad. I just really hate how Charlotte is just has no choice but to be hammered into matches like this.
Somehow it works.
It wasn't that bad of a match. Yeah. It really wasn't that bad, even though I think this is my personal opinion. I feel that they put the belt on Io Sky a little bit too quickly. I think, yes, they were really excited they had somebody they can do this and yada, yada, woo, and y'all like Io with the belt? Okay, that's all I got to say. And I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve it and shit like that. It's just nothing was really popping off, really.
Because here's the thing. I'm seeing a lot of people not understand the appeal of LA Knight.
I'm actually glad these detractors finally showed up because they need to show up. Because the only thing I say that because I say that because there are much like when Dean Ambrose is on a roll and everybody was just accepting it, and there was people like me like, y'all do realize this motherfucker don't wrestle like that, right? These
Dean has one
matches
mode.
are terrible. Why are y'all clapping? He has one mode, yes. Like, yo, why y'all? So I always question certain things with these. I think with LA Knight, I think there is something. It's the thing that makes him watchable, but it's also the thing that I think is going to hold him back. He is painfully Attitude Era.
But it somehow works.
It does, but at the same time, I can understand why certain people are like, get to the fucking point, dude. Russell. I get that. I get that with a lot of people when it comes to LA Knight. And I think it's just a lot of people, like, they really are waiting for him to get to the belt, so they get to have the big belt. So where the hell? Detractors everywhere. And I stand by what I say. LA Knight needs to fight Gunther, but I don't think he will. I think he does need to fight him. Him and the whole thing with Solo and Jimmy losing, that's going to be interesting because Paul Heyman's sick of this shit.
What the fuck is this?
So we'll see about that. The tribal chief is going to show up next week. And what is he going to say? I like how that motherfucker got immediately on the phone after the match. We have a problem.
have a big problem.
Get your cousin. He doesn't know how to wrestle or some shit. I don't know what he's saying. But of course, the match of the night was Shinsuke and Seth.
Yeah, they left it out.
Holy shit! They beat the crap out of each other. You know what? D doesn't care. Wow. But I have to know. Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke match rating. You know what, Dave Meltzer? Give it to me. I need to know.
Oh boy, you really looked
it up. How petty were you?
It's like you fucking looked it up.
Yeah, I am trying to look it up. Oh God, I don't see it. I try to see it. I don't see nothing on here saying
minus
it.
-5 stars.
Nah, never mind. The average rating on a Cage Match. Now, Cage Match is actually good enough because Cage Match is full of marks. full of marks. The match wasn't good unless it happened in England in 2017 ass marks. They gave it a 8.8, which is actually very high for a WWE match with these assholes. So I will take it as that. Meltzer liked it evenly that way. But the match with Shinsuke and Seth was, oh my God, they beat the crap out of each other. And I always question any Japanese wrestler when it comes to the hardcore matches that we do here in America. Not, I mean, at least the WWE style, because ain't nobody purposely stabbing themselves and, doing a Onita shit, jumping off of shit, you know what I'm saying? So I did question how it was going to go. Shinsuke played it well. Shinsuke getting bought with that fucking trash can, taking it full force was awesome. Seth trying to kill himself, falling on concrete the way he did. Holy shit. The spot on top of the spot on top of the ladder, he's spitting on Seth's face. To give that match this one thing, I told myself that Shinsuke wasn't going to win that match, but he stood up. And the way they ended it with Shinsuke trying to stand up, grab something, but he couldn't grab nothing. 10. Perfect. That's how you do it, man. You don't make Shinsuke didn't look all the way defeated, but he was thoroughly defeated. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I like the way they did that. Seth looks 10 times stronger, and Seth's gonna lose that fucking belt in Saudi Arabia. Ooh, Drew smells blood. I like how they did it on there, right? And Seth was like, hey, I'm out here partying. You're gonna jump me. No. I'm gonna fight you. I just want to fight you. Like, man to man. They shook each other's hands, right? Goes to backstage. Hey, Drew, how you doing? What the hell was that? Really? You what was any of that? I was just being serious. I want to beat you, man. No. I know what you're doing. I'm like, Seth's gonna lose this one. Seth walked out of Seth done got lucky because Kiryu Kazuma did take the motherfucking stab of the X and lost that match. He got lucky, and now he's gonna lose to fucking Scrooge McDuck over here. So that's what's gonna happen.
Now, actually,
we'll see.
Yeah. We have to talk about this. So Tony Khan,
what happened? I don't know.
Here's what happened.
I didn't hear what happened.
So now for the longest time the tribalism, for better or worse, when it comes to AEW and WWE, it's like, hey, competition breeds competition, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically what happened was AEW had this big lineup of for their Tuesday night stuff, and NXT at the same time.
Oh yeah,
they had Undertaker was coming there, and all these other like John Cena was there, and Paul Heyman and stuff, right? So obviously ratings and all that stuff. NXT ended up outrating AEW
by a lot too.
By a good
chunk.
And Tony Khan was feeling some way about that. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up.
That's what I'm saying. Now the ratings now for anybody, it was about 400, 600. It was a Twitter meltdown, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow, a Twitter meltdown. Jesus, Tony. But I did see the ratings when I was like, "Whoa, that's a chunk." It was about 880 something for WWE, and AEW was like at 500, and that's a chunk, dog. They beat you by a chunk, and I saw that and I just rolled my eyes and went with it because the Facebook group I saw that under was a group I don't follow, but somebody said, "Ooh, the comments are going to be good for this." And I saw that. I'm like, I'm staying away from it. Whatever y'all guys are talking about, I'm staying away from that shit. Yeah.
I ain't gonna call out the dude, but my dude was like, "See, WWE was scared because they had to call in the Undertaker," and I'm like, "My man, WWE isn't scared. I want you to.
I love that stupidness, yeah.
This is where I look at AEW fans like, look, you can love your thing, but let me tell you something. AEW, y'all came into the fold because y'all wanted to compete against WWE. And you had the right intentions because your wrestlers were like, hey, we're tired of WWE. Let's bring a competition to the fold.
Yeah, shut up. Not you, Miro. Shut up.
As Tripp says, hey, y'all want a competition? Cool. You got it. This is what you get. This is like the Monday Night Wars. Yeah.
That is if he really
even more.
If he really did do any of that shit because he's a look. I know Nepo baby's going to Nepo and shit like that, man. But good lord, man, Tony Khan is it's so funny. Every promoter, I think, should be a fan of their own shit. You should be. That's why it's always almost humbling when you see little moments with Vince McMahon and he's a fan. He's not Vince. He's like, ha 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 ha. See that move? God damn it, that's a good move. Like that shit is so funny to see with Vince, or Vince is enjoying himself when you see that shit. So Tony Khan, you always see this smile on his face.
Yeah.
So I think the reason why some people, because somebody like, it ain't that big of a news that Vince did this. The reason why is because Tony is so fucking jovial. And also, a lot of people saw this shit coming. So, whatever.
Yeah, now on the upside.
What do you say, though? Did you find what he said?
I'm trying to find it, but basically, some of his tweets was basically on the lines of like how, Vince, did all these things and was poking fun and getting at people. And somebody was like, well, Vince owns WWE and did X, Y, and Z. He can kind of sort of do that kind of shit. You can't. Just saying. It was just, and I get it.
I think I found it. Hold on. Let me see. Is this the?
There it is. So
I found it. Yeah. Go ahead.
NXT had 920,000 viewers to AEW 609,000.
That's actually a chunk. That's a chunk. I'm not saying y'all got demolished. This is not. To put it in perspective, AEW fans, this is not y'all beating the shit out of Impact. No, it's not that bad, but that's significant. That's all that is. Tony Khan said this week, two active decades-long rating streak from two great legends were ended. With all due respect, until this week's head-to-head, AEW's on TBS versus WWE on USA. Neither John Cena nor Undertaker have been on a WWE show with under 1 million views. I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing. You're trying to smooth that shit out. Wait a minute. When was the last time Edge was on the show? Wow. Yeah. People are trolling him back. I see. I'm sorry, Tony. Nobody's gonna take you seriously.
Now here's the thing too. I mentioned Vince. Looks like the new boss pretty much is looking at Vince like, hey Vince, get the fuck out of here. All right.
I've been telling y'all that for months. He been gone,
Oh no, people kept but all them rumors kept saying Vince is still behind the scenes, and then it came out. It's like, oh no, the new boss, was it Ari's, whatever his name is,
the dude from Endeavor.
Yeah, Endeavor was basically like, oh no, Vince got the fuck out of here. No, he's not running this shit anymore. That's it. That's done. Now it's 100% Trips now at this stage.
And here's the thing. I'm telling everybody this for a while. Trips been running that shit for about, at least in my opinion, I will say about a year and a half, but it really hasn't really buckled down until I want to say WrestleMania is when I thought this is all Paul's show now, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Like it kind of felt that way, you know what I mean? And you can tell put it this way, and a lot of people will know this. What's the name's
Ari Emanuel. Yeah,
Ari Emanuel. Yeah. A lot of Triple H's playbook is very similar to Vince's, but everybody's utilizing a different way. It's just a different way. Where Vince was more of a television show, Triple H is more of a wrestling show. If you notice, the one thing I noticed on SmackDown a little bit, but more so on Raw, is that they will at least have one main event that actually feels like a goddamn main event. And one of the things they have been doing very well is something that everybody wanted them to do for a long time, which was make the Intercontinental Championship feel like it's worth a damn. The last 3 matches we got of Gunther It was a main event on Raw, and it was spine tingling. Like, oh crap, this is real. Him and Ciampa had no business being as good as it was.
DIY is back, by the way.
Yeah, which D is next. Very no, I'm not mad because I had to see FTR pretty much. I'm sorry. All I see is
all these homograms are killing me here.
But I feel that the DIY, I was always like, not that I was against them. I always felt like they were, and this is going to sound like shade, but it isn't. I felt like they were the better version of the Young Bucks that the Young Bucks wished everybody saw them like, no, we're more mature than this. And they just said, fuck it, and started playing Wayward Son and started doing the same goddamn matches every fuck. The point is this. The point is, let's see where it goes. Better yet, I will tell you this. This goes out to Duke. Duke, the only reason why they did this is because Johnny Gargano had nothing to do, and they weren't ready to fire that motherfucker just yet. So they're like, hey, this is your last chance, man. No, your pregnant wife ain't gonna save you this time.
You either make this shit work or you get the fuck out. How about that?
Oh my God. The exchange unfolds as the fact that NXT did it with Rhea and Dom speaks a lot of AEW's main brand is nowhere close to WWE's third brand. You mean to tell me that Tony sat here and started beefing with fans?
Yep.
Yes, Vince has allegedly used his power and influence to shoot a lot of shots. Thank you to all the people that watched. Yada 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 yada. Oh, it was nothing. It's just Tony Khan trying to stir up. Everything that Tony Khan says is just stirring a pot. That's all it is. It's purely stirring a pot to me, man.
Oh, and it's not enough that the CM Punk rumors are starting to really heat up now.
And you know what? Look, they don't want Punk back. I know a lot of people do want him back. I don't want him back because I really feel that I don't know who he has to apologize to in the WWE locker room, but I feel that even if he gets signed back, it's gonna be one of those things where like feels like, all right, I'm back. So is everything all right, Triple H? Oh yeah. Did you tell the guys? No, I didn't. Why? Let it be surprised. Are you fucking me right now? Why would I want to do that, Phil? I'm paying you millions of dollars. Like, you know what I mean? Like, here's the thing. He can pass Kofi. Hey, what's up, Punk? Hey, what's up, baby? Yeah. I didn't know you were back. Here's Kofi. You see Roman yet? Oh, okay. All right, good luck, baby. What do you mean good? I feel like it's going to be like that.
Xavier comes out of nowhere fucking with Punk. Now, Punk, you got to make Roman look strong, okay?
Yeah.
Yo, Punk would take a swing at Xavier like.
Punk is going to be mad. No, Punk can't swing on nobody. This is it. Oh, this is it. Hey, dude. I don't want to see him on Impact. NWA, I actually kind of do.
Yeah, I do.
Because NWA means you have nowhere else to go. Impact means there's worth in you to me. I got a feeling that Punk is gonna run to Sammy. Sammy, hey, Phil's back. They hug it out, yada yada yada. Kevin, hey, just keeps walking. You know, it's one of those like, hey, not like I'm thrilled to see you. Just how you doing, man? I gotta feel it, Jay. Hey, who's you back here, man? You speak Roman yet? All right.
Now, here's the shocker.
You can go to hell. You can go to hell right now.
10-star match. He's right though.
Here's the thing, Trirus. Thank you for that. But because you know how to spell it right. That's why I love you for that, Duke. But here's the thing, Duke. Think about it. Think about this, dude. 10 years ago when we had that show, we was talking about different wrestlers, all that. Did you see EC3 with the Funktopus and Punk as a possible main event for NWA. Did we see any of this coming on any bingo card, bro? There's a possibility that can happen. Because real talk, I don't see I just don't see him in WWE. If he makes it, it's going to be pure because we can make money off you. But we all know how that goes when it's pure make money off you. That's 3 months. That's about 3 or 4. That's about 3 or 4 months of a program. Next thing you know, you on WWE main event. So,
speaking of which, so Brian Pillman Jr. will now be Brian King. He did a recent vignette on NXT, and basically he's getting rid of the Pillman last name. He's gonna be Brian King now, and I'm like, okay, all right. I mean, can you wrestle? That's all I want to know.
As a WWE fan, I should try to look on the bright side of him being here. I'm being honest. I do not. He was the last person that I seen that WWE was what. Like, think about it. Vince in his underwear watching fucking watching motherfucking AEW. Yeah, you see Brian's son out there? Like his ass. Look, I like his ass. Get him. Like, I don't. Who was his friend over there? Who was his friend over there, man? Was it one of those things like, hey, WWE, how you doing? My dad worked here. Remember, under the clause, I can thank you. Give me the NXT contract. That's what's up.
I smell Curtis Axel shenanigans with that guy, unfortunately.
No. Here's the thing. Curtis Axel was actually a good wrestler. He just had no personality. Brian Pillman has neither. So I don't know what he's going to do.
No, you got to put Junior at the end because you can't just say Brian Pillman didn't have
Junior. Like, here's the funny thing about Brian Pillman. Brian Pillman's personality will only work in the Attitude Era because outside of his shenanigans, it was like, Brian, what are you doing?
He got a lot of crazy stuff. I think the injuries is what kind of killed his career. So it
was the injuries.
He had to lean heavy on the personality to really.
It was the injuries and it was a bit of the cocaine. And I will give it also this. It was just a different time in wrestling. It was a different time in wrestling. And I'm with Jim Cornette on this. He truly believed in kayfabe. He truly believed being who your gimmick is and all the rest of that shit. And it's one of those unfortunate, very cautionary tales of not only don't believe your own hype, but control your own shit. And because Brian Pillman, even WWF, clearly not the same nigga that was a WCW, Brian Pillman still had a lot of worth. So, it's weird, man. It's weird, man. But his son ain't got none of this shit.
But upside, Jade is coming to NXT. We'll see what she does.
Like, I'm just happy that Lash is still there. I thought Lash got cut. I really did thought she got cut.
No. Lash is entertainment for NXT for sure. It could because
I say D doesn't pull no punches with the black girls because I don't. Y'all know how I was. I stayed on Bianca's ass for a reason because I was like, no, she's like, shut the fuck up, y'all. Let her cook. Stop giving her the crown. Let her cook. She's not there yet. That's her personality. Let's see how that goes. Yes, pick that bitch up. Yes, it's like she got it gradually. Jade is going to have to be the same thing for me, man. But Lash, and I say this with Lash. Lash, she has the body for it. She's pretty. Lash can't talk. She can't fucking talk.
She has very
and you had the nerve, and y'all got the nerve to hear her with a mean ghetto girl fucking personality, and you can't talk.
Okay. I don't know if you've watched her. Jakara is another one that I'm surprised is still in, right? Yeah, Jakara to me is everybody is the chick that people think old girl from Hit Row is.
Yeah. B-Fab.
B-Fab, yeah, B-Fab.
Ooh,
Everybody,
B-Fab.
everybody think B-Fab is Jakara. I'm like, Jakara is actually would fit Hit Row pretty perfectly. To be honest,
I like I said, I still think it's amazing how
Jakara,
I told each and every one of y'all,
hey,
don't
I
praise
had
these
hope.
niggas.
I had
I
hope.
told
I
y'all.
like the aesthetic of it. All right, let me live in my aesthetic.
Yeah,
of Hit Row.
Chris, I like Fruity Pebbles too, but I don't like them when they taste nasty. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say.
But nah,
like, dog, don't do that. Like I get it. It's colorful. It pops.
When Swerve left, I was like, wow, who knew Swerve even took all the fucking damn.
I'm mad that Vince did the Vince thing. No. You want a main roster? Triple H, like, you know, we ain't got time for that. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, you do. You want to bring your buddies back.
You know what I thought they were going to do?
Triple H. I hope we sell to the Saudis. Ooh, I hope we sell to the Saudis. Ooh, I hope we sell to the Saudis.
You know what I thought was going to happen? I thought they were going to make Carmelo the new lead of the Hit Row.
I thought they was going to do something like that.
Which would have actually worked in a way a little bit.
I would say one of the more mediocre rises to somebody that's a bit mediocre to me, that's just D, is fucking Trick. Nobody suspected Trick to be this high up on the totem pole, at least in NXT. There's talk about him coming to the main roster and shit like that.
Give him time. He needs time.
I'm not against it. I will say this. I really do want something to come of Braun Breaker with Paul Heyman or any. I really want to. He is missing something. And yeah, it's probably more of a original personality, maybe. You know what I mean? Because he seems like he comes off as every Steiner.
I think the best thing he can do is lean. I think the best thing for him is to lean into just being the representation of his dad and uncle, basically.
The problem about it is on that one is that he is, in my opinion, not as pretty as his uncle's moves. And he doesn't hit the same bang like his dad. Like Rick did some shit where like boom, like woo. Scott Steiner to this day, and I say this to everybody, say what you will, he's one of the most innovative fucking wrestlers that ever lived. And when Scott was pretty, it was pretty. The Steiner recliner, the motherfucking Frankensteiner, doing suplexes, all the rest of that. Even look. As much as I hate the belly to belly, what he did with Triple H, I hated it. But at the same time, I know why Triple H went with it. It's a devastating move. You ever get hit with that shit?
Steiner did that shit like 8 times in the match, and I'm like,
he did 10 times in the match. You know what Triple H did? This is Triple H did. I did it on purpose. He shit in me. Yeah, he shit. Yeah. Get him the fuck out of here. It was burying. That was burying trips. And here's the thing that really got me about it. What I really think what happened with him and Scott, because the way they made up, when they got their rings and all that shit, I think it was just one of those things for Scott Steiner where it was truly humbling for him. You know what I mean? Especially for WWE, the place that gave us so much shit, and he went out. He like, everybody wants me to have a ring. He was like crying. He like happy to be with people. Him and Triple H like you know what I mean? It's like I think it was just one of those things where it's like, you would have did the same thing to Triple H, would you? Yes, I would have. I would have tried to bury his ass.
Speaking of,
that's the reason why. That's the reason why I love Triple H, because that fucking promo with him and Punk resonates so hard. Like, yeah, guess what? I did the same thing that you did, except I stared everybody in the face and told them that I'm gonna screw you, I'm gonna step on you, I'm gonna do whatever I can to get there. You gotta respect that.
I mean, because he was. He was
Triple
right.
H always did that.
But he was right, because he was like, "You're trying to backdoor your way." Nah, nigga, I looked him in the face and said, "Fuck you, I'm taking over." And I'm like, he has a point. At least
Triple
he was
H
straightforward with it.
And to be honest with you, Triple H did have the juice from Vince, and at the same time, even when he didn't have the juice from Vince, Sean and Kevin Nash found the right person. You know what I mean? They found the right person. That's all I can say right there. Yeah.
Now, let me tell you something.
So when it was his time, pun not intended from his own theme song, when it was his time, Triple H ran with that shit, and yeah, he buried a couple people. Didn't give a shit either.
I'll tell you something. I you know me, I don't really go out my way to hate wrestlers, but I understand people that hate wrestlers. The fact that they're really interjecting Nia Jax in between Rodriguez and Ripley is just like, why? Fucking why?
Somebody likes her.
Who?
A lot of guys like her.
Who?
Niggas that like big girls but don't know what type of big girls they like her.
I mean, I like big girls too, but
Chris, you didn't hear what I said. What type of big girls? Like niggas who are like, man, I like my girls big. Like Nia Jax, yeah, you just think she's pretty. Shut up. Nia kills me. The one thing I will give Nia is this. I died laughing. It took them longer to set it up than it should. But I like how Nia is still a fat girl to the end because she got in the third row hitting on Raquel. Raquel lifts her up and put her in the powerbomb position, right? And I give Raquel some credit. She lifts her, lifts her up a little bit, and when she lifts her just a tiny bit, just to slap her, he goes down. Oh! She's the usual big girl. You ever hear a big girl that's about to trip up and fall? She used that same yell. I'm like, that's the second time she did. Nia is either doing that on purpose or she's doing that to brace the fall. It's one of the two.
But it's weird because it's like Nia at NXT, I enjoyed her there than I did when she hit the main roster.
The thing is this. We talked about this. Those bright lights of the main roster hit people differently.
Yeah.
And in the era that she was in NXT, it was pretty much AEW.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's keep it real. It was pretty much AEW.
Black and gold.
Yeah, it was pretty much AEW at that time. I wouldn't say AEW. That's not fair
harsh.
to AEW. No. That's not harsh. That's not giving AEW its due of being its own culture. If anything, it was a mix of all smart wrestling fans at that time. So when Triple H scooted these people out doing basic shit, doing the bare, not I want to say the bare minimum, but the building blocks to make characters and all the rest of that, we responded and responded the right way. Remember, one of my biggest problems at the time was NXT gave so much NXT audience gave so much leeway to like listening to storylines, listening to them build up and actually being behind them. But when it's on the main roster, they have 2 weeks. And if it ain't resolved or going in 2 weeks, this sucks. This is boring. Duke, you were one of them. And I had to deal with that shit. That's what I was saying. They had two different things going on. And Nia benefited off of that shit. She benefited off of that. Bo Dallas benefited off of that. Enzo and Cass benefited off of that. That era was just really right to push people up to the main roster in the right way. There was a couple people that kind of fell on their face. That was either due to injury or, like I said, those bright lights hit them and they're not the same person.
Shawn Spears, the perfect 10, is the greatest example.
Oh, man. What was his name? Ty something. I forgot what his name was. But
Todd Dillinger. Todd
Dillinger. Yes, it was Dillinger. Yeah.
Dillinger.
The only person I thought that was main event, not I'm going to say main roster ready, but even when he made it to the main roster, he got shitted on for all the wrong reasons. It would actually have to be Fandango and Tyler Breeze. They got shitted on for all the wrong reasons on the main roster. When they came
Breeze Dango, it just worked.
It worked, but guess what? This is stupid. This is dumb. And you knew where that shit worked on? NXT. They could do whatever it was so fun on NXT. And when they try to bring it up to the main roster, it worked. But people didn't have the fucking time for it. They didn't want it at the time. And that's why I told everybody, and that's the reason why we're going to talk about COVID mania and what COVID era did to wrestling at the time, was it really slowed down the WWE fans when they really need to slow down and shut the fuck up. Because remember at the time, they had trouble keeping the narrative up. The fans wanted to take over the match, take over the whole match, the pay-per-view and the whole shit. Basically, the shit that had to be it had to be quenched. It was going to boil over. It was going to look ugly, and a lot of people were going to lose their jobs because there was a lot of smart shit that was going on at the time, man. So yeah, it had it. Yeah.
Real quick before we sign off. So Cameron Smith, apparently the World Golf Ranking System basically voted unanimously not to award ranking points for golfers that were in any of the live golf tournaments. And I'm like, that's some petty ass shit right there.
Okay. Fucking why?
That's some petty shit. Like, really?
That is beyond. That is so fucking petty for no damn reason. Is it just because? Now, hold on. Is it just this year?
Yeah, I believe it's just this year.
Okay. If this floats in the next season, I'm a
Hey, look, if it does, I'm all that. Yeah, bro. Like,
y'all need to stop that, man. Like people are just trying to.
So they said the governing board had concerns about the lack of turnover among players in live golf and the limited pathways for other players to join. It also cited concerns about some of the team aspects of live golf, which has players competing in individual and team competitions simultaneously over 54 holes.
So their problem is, they're trying to make up shit.
Yeah.
They Simone Bowsing half the fucking golf roster is hilarious. This I told you this was going to happen. I told you when they was going into the Ryder Cup with all this bullshit. I told you that they was going to screw over all the live golfers. Yeah, it ain't over yet. This is just the beginning because I'm pretty sure something else is going to come up. I'm guaranteeing you something else is going to come up. But also, being said, remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about that. I heard somebody back up exactly what we said. It was somebody that was on the golfing channel. I tripped over it, watching sports shit. And they was talking about it, and he was like, well, essentially, pretty much, he named the top golfers that were at live. He said if they were in PGA, they'll all be mixed in. It's like they'll all be mixed in within like the 30s, the 40s. One dude was all the way down in the 80s. And he was like, and Phil Mickelson wouldn't even be in that. So what are they talking like? So there's not that many golfers that are there in live. They're just paid very, very well. Doesn't mean they're necessarily great golfers. And that's not to say that these guys aren't ranked in the world and all the rest of that shit. And I was like, holy fuck. Me and Chris was right.
I mean, more so you than me, but still, like I
didn't know it was I had a feeling it was going to be like that, but it was like, they was going to screw y'all. They was going to get their blood somehow, man. So yeah,
the blood money was kicking
rough.
Oh man, but yeah, that's Working Title Sports Show. This is I think next time we're gonna talk about some boxing because there's some stupid shit.
There's some boxing. There's some boxing, and
I've been catching up on that too on the boxing. So
speaking of which, also next week more than likely we're doubling up next week. We're going to be doing 2 Working Title Sports shows. This one and the other one about boxing as well.
Oh
God.
We're gonna talk about the Brawl for All. Now understand, somebody be like, y'all just gonna repeat the same thing from Dark Side of Wrestling. Not really, because there's something interesting about watching it from talking about it from the fan perspective. Like when we did the WCW episode, like us talking about the Monday Night Wars and us being fans of WCW is different talking about it than just, oh, you saw the Monday Night Wars special, right? Because it's just to watch the Brawl for All, to just watch all the shenanigans from its infancy all the way till Butterbean beating the shit out of fucking Bart Gunn that did it, the whole thing. It was just like, wow, this was a thing.
Like it's one of those things where I'm going to sound like a bad guy because I was talking to DK about this, and I was telling him about the whole setup, and he was like, yeah, woo and all the rest of it. Like, DK, I hate to be that person. If you gave me the decision that Vince had to do, I would make that same decision 50,000 times. No, Bart, you're going in that ring and you're going to get your jaw dislocated. Why? Because Dr. Death was supposed to win. How was I supposed to? Shh. There you go again, Bart. You act like you got power in this room, nigga. Again, this was supposed to be Butterbean versus Dr. Death. Something I can actually sell. I can't sell this shit. You just a regular dude, man. You a smoking gun, man. What the fuck am I gonna do with that? Honestly. And you're the smoking gun that nobody liked that much. I hate to go that way. Bart Gunn actually he was a decent worker. He was a decent worker, man. But, you know, he was mid, super mid. He wasn't Billy Gunn. Yeah, I know. Billy Gunn, the bars in here. Fuck you. Billy had a moment. He was the king of the ring.
He did it.
Oh, my God. Just for Edge to make fun of him.
Who knew?
Just for Edge to destroy his career. That was one of the funniest moments. So what do you say? Like, come to find out, all the King of the Ring got to do, we say, is get a Subway at WWE restaurant or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what he said. He went on him. I was thinking, like, yo, if I was sitting in Gorilla, I would fuck Edge up as soon as he come in that curtain. Like, yo, right? Look, it's the attitude era. You can still throw hands like that, and Vince was like, gonna do well, pal. Vince would have been egging you on to fight him. Like, dog.
All day. All fucking day.
Second Adam walked his tall ass through that curtain, I would have fucked him up if I was Billy Gunn.
Wow, man.
Oh, God. Him and Christian weren't shit on that fucking Anyway, Christian, God, Eric, Chris, it was literally you and your mans, and your mans is talking all the hot shit. You got glasses on, you halfway high, you just King of the Ring, baby. Oh, it was glorious. But yeah. So yeah. Next week, we're going to probably have a double show. Hopefully, DK and our boy Denzel will be on that episode with us, man. And we can talk about how bullshit Bruce Pritchard threw everything in a hat and swirled it around. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I know how booking works in wrestling. No, you didn't.
And he did.
Yeah, I did. We put in a shut up, Bruce. Shut up, Bruce. The only people that believe that is ants and nobody. Yeah? The roaches in the kitchen, and nobody believes that shit. All right, dog. Get out of here. Anyway, like I said, next week, bro. Let's do this shit next week. We see y'all, man.
Peace.